Thank you for watching this presentation about the CDC Tips from Former Smokers campaign. Public information campaigns are designed to promote social ideas or improve public health. Throughout the years, we've seen many health-related campaigns. You may remember this one called Your Brain on Drugs, which was put together by the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Last time. This is drugs. This is a brain on drugs. Any questions?
So there have been other public information campaigns that are health-related, including the Faces of Meth and the CDC's H1N1 virus. These are the main goals of the Tips for Former Smokers campaign: to build public awareness of the immediate health damage caused by smoking and exposure to secondhand smoke, encourage smokers to quit, and make free help available for those who want it, including calling 1-800-QUIT-NOW and visiting the website created by the CDC. Encourage smokers not to smoke around others and non-smokers to protect themselves and their families from exposure to secondhand smoke. The key message is smoking causes immediate damage to your body, which can lead to long-term health problems. For every person who dies from a smoking-related illness, 20 more Americans live with an illness caused by smoking. And now is the time to quit smoking. And if you need help, free assistance is available. So before we move on to examine the campaign, it's important to look at some background information. In 2009, President Barack Obama signed into law the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. This gave more power to the FDA to control the tobacco agency. But in 2010, a few tobacco companies filed lawsuits against the FDA for developing 36 labels to put on cigarette packs. Some of the labels are featured on this slide. In 2012, these labels were found unconstitutional by a judge, and therefore the FDA cannot regulate the tobacco industry as heavily. The CDC has also said that they believe hard-hitting campaigns have been effective at helping smokers quit. So in order to justify this campaign, the CDC uses some current statistics regarding smoking in the country. Tobacco remains the leading cause of preventable death. More than 400,000 Americans die each year from smoking cigarettes. An estimated 49,000 of these deaths are attributed to secondhand smoke. Throughout the years, we've seen a number of successful anti-smoking campaigns. Probably one of the most well-known advocates is the American Legacy Foundation with its Truth campaign from 1999. They followed the Truth campaign with another campaign called the X campaign in 2009. And we will now watch a clip of that campaign.
Introducing X, a whole new way to think about quitting. For free patches with coaching, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Now, the research tells us that ALS-sponsored advertising have had positive effects on smokers' intentions to quit, and smoking cessation campaigns targeted to smokers 18 to 49 have been proven cost-effective to increase smokers' attempts to quit. Here are some basic details of the CDC's campaign. It cost $54 million to launch. It was the first paid national education campaign by the CDC, which ran from March 19, 2012 to June 10, 2012. And prior to this, the California Tobacco Control Program was the largest and longest running state-sponsored anti-smoking media campaign in the country. We know the primary audience for the TIPS campaign is smokers 18 through 54. We know that 80 to 90% of adults started smoking before the age of 18. So the campaign is definitely linked to the current research. TIPS was developed to communicate the truth about smoking through the stories of real people and former smokers living with smoking-related illnesses. The campaign shows smokers who have lost their limbs or have been paralyzed as a result of smoking, and other diseases are also featured throughout the campaign. Terry's story, for example, is featured on the website. Every person that's featured on the website has their own biography in a clip similar to what we are about to watch now. So testimonial ads that show real people tend to generate more phone calls to quit lines. Additionally, ads that use fear appeals. Oops, we have one extra campaign going in the back there. All right, so that was saying fear appeals are elements of persuasive communication that attempt to scare people into changing their attitudes by showing the negative consequences that will occur if they are not compliant with the recommendations provided. I think that is the case with Terry's ad. There are a number of theories that look at health campaigns and what contributes to a person's willingness to change a particular health behavior. One of these is the health belief model, which emerged in the 1950s. It introduces 6 different elements that contribute to a person's health behavior: perceived susceptibility, perceived severity, perceived benefits, barriers, cues to action, and self-efficacy. The TIPS campaign was disseminated through a number of different channels. It was executions were created on television, radio, print, out of home, and digital. Additionally, ads were translated into Spanish, English, Chinese, Vietnamese, and Korean. Radio ads were also developed. Media channels also included Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And research does indicate that smokers turn to the internet for resources on quitting. Calls to 1-800-QUIT-NOW more than doubled while the campaign was running. Visits to smokefree.gov also increased by more than 5 times while the campaign was running. Another theory that has been linked to smoking cessation is stages of change model. Existing research about smoking cessation shows how the stages of change is utilized to categorize smokers by their willingness to quit and which stages they're in. The 5 stages include pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. Finally, the TIPS campaign was a winner of a 2013 Gold Good Works Effie Award. A new round of ads was also scheduled to run in 2013. The new ads are costing $48 million, and they focus more on secondhand smoke. On the social media front, the campaign continues to be successful. The Facebook page has more than 30,000 likes, the Twitter page more than 10,000 followers, and YouTube has more than 11,000 subscribers. The YouTube page features 36 videos with real testimony from all participants. The TIPS campaign has been proven successful so far, so I would suggest a third round of ads in 2014, incorporating some guerrilla marketing tactics similar to what was done by the Truth campaign. Also, existing research indicates that smoking cessation campaigns are most successful when they are combined with efforts in schools and the community. Some additional efforts for younger demographics could be useful there. I also think the CDC should continue to use their existing tactics of fear appeals and real testimony, since they have increased the volume of calls to the quit lines and visits to the website. This concludes this presentation. Thank you for watching.